Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Sorry about the previous stream where it didn't actually work. What I've managed to do is on this particular stream, I've managed to find the actual situation where we had the problem. Okay, so now we've got this. It's all working exactly as intended. So we can actually see the fee burn. You can actually see the fee burn now. So I'll let you guys just watch this while I wait for a double check, basically, if there's anyone on the live stream or anything, if anyone wants to have a conversation. So carry on, keep an eye on this. You can see here we've got a few data. We can see total amount burnt around here. We can see total 16.55 Ethereum already burnt, which is fantastic. We can see how the tips plus the burn is working. Right, so here you can see some people are definitely tipping higher to get their transactions done faster. I still don't agree with this tip function, because then it becomes like, we choose who we want to confirm and who we don't. Good thing I've seen is this base fee pretty steady, which is really cool. This is what we need to see, base fee to be as steady as possible. Transactions are coming in as usual. This is pretty normal for transactions, actually. Base fee, as I said, really cool. But you can actually see now what's going on as well. You can see all the transactions, all the blocks, and how many. So 43 blocks have been mined since, and so far out of the rewards that you can see, 91.43 Ethereum would be the reward. Burnt 29.72 current session, right? So what we're looking at is, so far, this is how much is being burnt, but this comes as the total. I'm not sure how this maths work, but even then, if this was the case, this looks like about 20% being burnt, which is fantastic. That's insane. I mean, that could take Ethereum's market cap of 116 million coins down very fast. I mean, if this carries on, we can see 20% of this go. This would truly be decentralized. So yeah, just keep an eye on this, and let me just go and check the chat and see what's going on. Put some music on for you. So yeah, music's on. Hey bro, what's happening? How you doing? I just realized you're on the chat. I didn't see you there before because I didn't have the YouTube running basically in the background, but I've got you here now, so that's cool. Yeah, carry on. If you have any questions or anything, just let me know and we go from there. But so far so good. We're watching the live what do you call this, the actual live burn, which is fantastic, right? This is something, we need to see more often. We need to be able to track and see who's being burned and who's being destroyed, so that's quite cool. But yeah, this is insane. Loving this. It was the server went down basically. So what happened was when I was looking at the coin watch, I noticed the server went down because obviously I think a lot of people are visiting it right now. I think you can see how many people. Yes, you can see 2,592 users are watching it right now. So I think they had a surge of users just come in. I remember before starting the stream, the first stream, we actually had, I think, about 1,000 people. So all of a sudden there was a massive surge, and that's what caused the issue where the website just didn't want to work for some odd reason. But anyway, so far so good. I'm going to let you guys watch the fees burn for a little bit and listen to some music while I go and make myself a cup of coffee. So give me 2 minutes, I'll be back. But if you have any questions, fire away and I'll get on to those questions for you. Yeah, definitely. I'll drop something about harmony, bro. No worries. Bartos, definitely. I'll drop something about harmony. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff. So I'm on the stream right now. So yeah, fire away. Put your questions there. Any other questions you have, put them there. And give me 2 minutes to make some coffee. And then I'm going to come back. And by that time, you can watch a little bit more Ethereum burn. And then we're going to continue with this. How about this? Is that good? All right, I'm back, guys. I'm back. Thank you very much for waiting. Appreciate this. So yeah, let's talk about some of the other coins while we're on this as well. Let's move on to this particular screen here. Right, okay. Let's talk about this. Let's see what Bartos asked me. Right, Bartos asked me regarding Harmony. Hey bro, what's happening? We spoke about the coin being released on Binance for ETH8. Did it happen yet? And what price? Okay, of course, KR, we're going to talk about this, bro. Give me a second. Let's figure this out, right? So what's going on? Let me answer Bartok first, and I'm going to move back over to you. So we'll come back to this screen in a bit, right? So let's go to Harmony. Let's find a empty chart. Okay, here's an empty chart. Let's find this, and let's do Harmony. So 1 USD. Right, let's do 1 USD Harmony, right? And what I'm going to do is just clear everything here. We don't need any of this stuff. I'm going to get rid of this as well. I'll leave the RSI for now. I don't need any of this stuff. Right. Volume I'll activate. Right. So this is for you, bro. Bartos, this is for you. Harmony, we got to look at it at a longer time frame, right? So this is a coin. Sorry, this is a coin we have spoken about before. on the show as well, right? And this is, you know, the data that we have, so we can see it's from 2019 to now. But what you need to look at is this structure. Okay, the structure is key. So when we're looking at any coin, we want to see a lovely structure that builds like this, right? This is a structure. And when we're looking at these structures, we're actually looking for something important. We're trying to see, right, if these points are, so this is the point where we launched, we expected a dump, which is fine. Then when we look and we have to see that, okay, did we, so if we had a peak here, these are the peaks, right? So we're putting lines and we're saying, okay, these are the peaks. So far we can see that this peak was lower than this peak, and it's been like the structure has been forming in this particular manner like this. Right, so this was the first structure, and then obviously this is a freak dump, so we can ignore this freak dump, we can ignore this. Then what we see is these points here. So when we're looking at it, we're like, is this point higher than this point? It is. And then we see again, is this point higher, right? So we're doing maths and we're saying, okay, is this point higher than this point? And it is. The moment it did that, it created itself a new higher high. And from that point onwards, it went up. So now what we're seeing is it's forming another structure, which is similar to like this. So similar to this area, now it's doing it here, right? So that means if it does dump, it could dump up to here and then continue like this. And this is how what kind of a structure we're going to see. And ultimately, what happens when you do see structures like this, you end up having something like this, a drawing, and you put a line and you can see this particular thing, which is it's rising. So we know when we have a structure like this, it actually it's going to continue to create higher highs, and it's sustainable, right? It's not going to be one of those coins that's just going to come up here and pump every cycle and then dump again. Funnily, on this particular one, if you look carefully, the date is 2019. Harmony's actually been around longer than that, right? But even in 2019, whatever exchange I'm using here for the chart, I'm using Binance. Okay, Binance, right? What you're seeing is basically, ultimately, you know, it's not just a cycle thing. It's even in 2019, it pumped. So this is good from 2019 to where we are now. This is a brilliant structure. One of the structure I like to draw. This is really cool, actually. If I draw this, let me see if I can find it. I love these structures. Let me see if I have one here. Yeah, there it is. This is insane, right? So you do this. Watch this. I love this structure. Who doesn't love that structure? This is the kind of a structure you see, right? And this kind of, if you look carefully, looks like a handle. So this is what's known as a cup and handle function. But you can see it takes a long time for it to form, right? So hope this kind of makes sense. On the short term, you see, the thing is where we are right now. Obviously, the market itself, so entire market, if you look carefully, follows how the Bitcoin, Ethereum, the leaders, right? When we've got the leaders making the moves, you're going to have this situation. But so far, this is what I'm seeing. Two operations here. I'm seeing two things here, right? Number one, I see is before the market peaked, right? So this is before the market peaked. Harmony already peaked. After we had the BTC peak, then it peaked once more. So if we just use this particular peak here, right? So what I'm saying is this particular peak here. So let's get this. If we use this, just use this as our average mean, then what we're seeing is basically this was just a momentary peak, but this is more of a corrective. This is the real the trend we had, right, which was slightly coming down. So we've been slightly bearish since March, whereas in BTC pumped somewhere around April, May. So that's what we saw on Harmony. But Harmony done a lovely little recovery, if you look carefully, since where is it? June. So since June, Harmony's been doing this pattern, which means it's already broken out and it's trying to basically get above. So what we will be seeing is patterns like this forming, hopefully, and then moving back up again. Now, the target that we have for us, the first target would be this area here. The second target for us to beat would be this area here. The third target for us would be this target here. Now, as soon as we get above this target, we should be back to normal. So Harmony has good chances, and also Harmony blockchain has been very active recently. They're going to be doing a lot of stuff, so I'm quite happy about what Harmony is doing. Now, as for price, if you wanted to know what the price we can be expecting on the top side, right? So we can just use the long term. So for example, this is the hypothetical price that we could look at. Hypothetically, if we were to see a high, then we can expect Harmony to give us a 0.36. Let me see if you can zoom into this more. So we could see a 0.36 cent Harmony. Okay, now on the short term, if we are looking at the current situation, so we're not being hypothetical, we're being more realistic. Well, what we could expect is from this particular range to where we were here. And if we use this particular range here, so what I'm doing, I'm using this as my baseline, we can see that it's telling us on the short term, we could be expecting a 12-cent Harmony based on the Fibonacci 1618, which kind of confirms and is with this particular level here. Okay, and as you can see, each time we go, and so far we've been finding battleground here, this particular area, which is the golden pocket, the 618 level. So we are entering that zone. So for me in the short term, what I could see is us playing this level. We might not even touch this line, but we do ultimately need one more touch point because we need 3 points of touch. Let's just read your comment. That was great. Thanks for your time. You are the best. I think go with Cardano. I think it can go with Cardano when it explodes like alternatives. Well, Cardano and Harmony are two different coins. They're two different blockchains. I'll be honest with you. So when you're looking at two different blockchains, they both have their own functions, right? Harmony does its own thing. Cardano's doing something different. And I've mentioned this many times. Cardano is not ready. Cardano has a long time to go, right? So Cardano, the whole project, it's not ready. There's more upgrades to be done on Cardano. And while talking about Cardano, we can actually look at Cardano. And you can understand what I'm trying to say. Okay, let me get rid of the drawings. As you can see, I've been doing some insane drawings, right? This is Cardano. Where did I find it? I'm looking at Kraken. Actually, let me find another one. ADA USD. Let me just use a simple chart. Not wrong one. Let me use a simple chart. Yeah, here, this one here, very simple. Let's use this, right? Just so we can see what's going on. So let's zoom into this area and you can see what's going on. So currently, as you, and this is something I've actually shown brother KR, who's on the chat as well. I showed it to him as well. There was some rumor that Cardano is going to have a massive dump. Actually, it's not true. If you go, and we can do this right now, actually, let's have a look. How many ADA, no, not ADA, Cardano is locked. Right, you can see that currently Cardano, where is it? You can see, where is it? Let me have a quick look and see if I can find it here somewhere. As far as I know, not this. Oh, it's not locked, it's staked. Staked. Here you go. 72% of all Cardano is locked, right? So Cardano's been working with the proof of stake, right, a lot more than anything else. And that's what you have to understand. Like Cardano is definitely doing some good stuff there. So for me, I see Cardano is already meeting some of these targets. And when we made this target, I think we were somewhere down here and we said, no, we're going up. That was an argument I had. And I said, no, it's going up. It's not going down. So far, what I can see is going down. Now, a lot of people are using these patterns and making patterns out of them. They're saying, oh, this is a head and shoulders, right? It's going to dump. Guys, the problem with head and shoulders is if you look, then everything is a head and everything is a shoulder. We can't use that unless we see a clear pattern. We can't. And I know some people even go to the extremes of proving their point by putting it on the hourly charts, on the daily charts, on the hourly and the 15-minute charts, right? They're looking for head and shoulders on an hourly chart. If you read any charting books, you will see the charting books will always talk about daily or even longer. They will not talk about these patterns forming on a 15-minute. You can't use that on a 15-minute, right? You're better off using the RSI on the 15-minute. I mean, right now, from what I can see, for example, I'm using the RSI. And I'll show you this. This is funny, right? So let's go on the 15-minute. On the 15-minute, RSI is down. It's telling us we're going up. right? We can look at the RSI, 15-minute RSI, and so far the 15 minutes RSI is showing me a bullish divergence. Boom, here we go. And this is telling me that we should be buying. And also, because we've now come into this lower band, we're going to have a rebound from here going back up again. So we're going to do this, we're going to come down here probably and then bounce back up again. So right now is a good time to buy, and you can use the RSI to sell exactly here within the next 15 minutes. We can use the RSI to do this. We don't need somebody to sorry, 1 second, let me get rid of this. This is the most common mistake I make. So we don't need people to show us head and shoulders patterns. Oh, here's an inverse head and shoulder. Like, for example, this is weird. I've seen guys do this. Oh, this is an inverse head and shoulder. This is going to pump. Well, no, it's actually not even inverse. If you look carefully, this is the pattern, mate. Right, look, this is the pattern. So how is that inverse? This looks more like a... So this is the kind of stuff, right? So stop looking at those. Just use your momentum indicators and your structure to actually see what's going on. So far, as you can see on the structure wise, this is what we're seeing on the structure, right? Bam. On the structure, we're seeing this is moving upwards. We don't, we broke the downward trend line, we're going upwards, and even the RSI on the 15 minutes is confirming this as well. We can use this to go and buy and sell as we want, right? And when we look at the hourly, we can see almost the same thing as well. In fact, on the hourly, we've got even more data. So remember, the longer the data, the stronger the data. Like, we always talk about this. And one of this, for example, we got some really, really strong data coming from this particular side saying, look, we are bullish. And this is on the hourly, right? But obviously, the data you want to use is like your daily, your weekly, right? Those are the strong data you want to use. And look at this weekly data. I mean, this is just insane, right? This is a weekly data, and this is what we see on the weekly. We see this forming on the weekly. Brilliant data, brilliant data. And this is where we peaked out, we came down, right? We could expect it to come down a little bit more, but ultimately, when we come back down here, it would be a good time to sell. So if you understand how longer time frames work, it is the key. It's really, really helpful. It's really, really helpful, and you can see exactly what we're looking at, right? So on a longer time frame, you can see how the whole market structure looks. It looks beautiful. It looks beautiful. This is just a slight sideways movement, similar to this. We're about to have a breakout anytime now, and when we do, we're going to see these kind of moves. So I hope this kind of makes sense. Now, brother KR, you asked me regarding the thing, what do you call this? You know what, I'm afraid to press the refresh button on this. That's how nuts this is. I'm afraid of touching this website, just in case it breaks again. Right, let's so coin being released on Binance. Let me explain how this works, right? I hope you're still here, bro. You see, if we have a second coin, right? So if Ethereum gives us a second coin, we would have to have a consensus that is 100% what's happening, right? So if we ended up having a second coin because of these guys, so these are on the old Ethereum chain, and this is now the new Ethereum chain. As we know, this is the London upgrade Ethereum chain, right? And we end up seeing some of the old coins. Well, there would have to be a consensus amongst them to give it a name, because they can't call it Ethereum, right? They won't be able to call it Ethereum. They have to call it something else. So they have to figure out. 40 minutes ago, 36 Ethereum, but to go to, yes, this is crazy. That's why I'm not even, the site is definitely blocked. I think it was done quite cheap. So I think the site didn't really get that much money spent onto it, which I don't blame the guy. I mean, the guy's doing it for free, obviously. So I think they just need to bump the servers, and he's going to, I mean, there's going to be a lot of demand for this website. I see good future. He's done it really well, whoever this person was. Actually, there's a name for it. Look, it was created by this person here. He's on Twitter, Mohammed Mansour, right? He created it. There's a source code on GitHub as well, and he's accepting donations. He's got a few sponsors, which is fantastic, and I think a lot more people need to support him. But I think he's got a great future. What he's just done here is just, there's going to be great future. Also, he's even, like having this live chart here and everything. It's just brilliant work. So he's done really good. Info from Binance. Yeah. Oh yes. Okay, Binance. Let me explain about Binance, how it works as well. So with Binance, what's going to happen is any ERC20 and anything related with Ethereum will be blocked for a short time, right? Because they need all of their own blocks, and imagine their books, right? Imagine you have a accounting book, right? And your book has a certain numbers or something that describes something, but that doesn't exist anymore. So you have to readjust everything and confirm and synchronize your blocks with the actual Ethereum block now. So obviously whichever chain. So when we're talking about this, currently Binance, so yesterday everybody was on this chain, and today everybody needs to synchronize to this chain, so that way none of the users lose any funds or anything. So it's going to take a day or two, right? So don't panic, it's going to take a day or two. Once this happens, we have a consensus, right, that okay, there is a second coin. Now what do we do? So we take the old code and the new code, and then Binance will give you one of each. So you've got your wallet balance will always be whatever amount you had, that will still stay there, and then the new coin will be added into your balance, and now you have two different coins. And then you can obviously, at some later stage, they will open the trading, so they will add the trading pairs, and you can buy and sell those pairs whenever you want. So that is definitely going to be the thing right now. Basically, just patience. That's all you need, right? I mean, I was happy. Yes, you. Okay, so yeah, I was quite happy when Binance actually announced that. There's a few other exchanges who announced it, but it's so sad that 390 exchanges, out of those only a handful, about 3 or 4 exchanges said we will give you the second coin if there is one, but the rest of them ignored it completely. They didn't say anything, they don't want to give you anything, including, like, you know, Coinbase, Kraken, a few others, right? I mean, actually, no, Kraken said they will give it, but there are a few exchanges that just said no, and I just thought that's kind of disgusting, because they are going to get it, and what they're going to do is they're just going to keep it to themselves. So it's a bit sad, very sad. I'm not happy with that kind of behavior from exchanges, and this is why decentralized is the best. For example, if you had it in your own wallet, your Trezor or your Ledger, right, you would have got those free coins automatically anyway, because the new chain would have given you the new coins, funnily, and the old chain, old coins, would have stayed as it is. So that's the kind of stuff, bro. That's the kind of stuff, right? So Binance, when it does release the coin, you'll have it in your account if you have a Binance account. Okay, welcome to all the guys who are actually coming to the chat. Thank you very much. Come and say hi, that's not a problem. If you have a question, fire it away. I'm going to be here on the stream for approximately another 20 minutes maximum. So after that, I will see what's going on. Let me see. Okay, hold on. You're saying 200th, but I'm afraid to refresh. Let me refresh. Okay, fingers crossed. Yeah, just as I thought. Just as I saw. This website is driving me insane. It's insane, right? As you can see, it just went. This is insane, right? Let's refuse to connect. I should have stayed there, right? They're having, I know another problem they're having. I forgot which they're using. They're using some cloud thing as well for security as well. I forgot what it was. But yeah, those guys, crazy. I don't know what to say anymore. Do you have another website for Burnt? Apart from Watch the Burn, do you have another website that you can actually point me that I can actually go to? Because this website is just driving me insane, as you can see. Yeah, they're having serious server issues. I feel sorry for them, but what can we do? You know, what can we do? Yeah, no, they won't connect anymore. They're gone. They're gone. They won't connect anymore. Burnt info website. Yeah, it's gone. Site is gone, completely gone. Okay, so there's a site called Burnt. Let's have a look. Have a look. Burnt Twitter. Where is it? Not this one. Burnt. Don't just tell me. Is it .com? Rahul, honestly, it doesn't matter. You see, if the chain splits, it doesn't matter if it's I mean, mostly info. Okay, I got it. .info. Give me a second. What the hell? Info. That's what it was. Thanks, bro. I really appreciate that. I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. Yes. Super, super. Let me try something. Give me a second. I want to try something. Let's try something. All right. Now I wanted to make this dark, but it didn't work, so forget it. But yeah, this is good. This is good. So this is giving an hourly burn ratio, basically. Okay, I can see what's going on. Created by David Mihal. Very good. We'll have a look at this stuff as well. I'll double check all of this stuff. Very nice. I like this. But yeah, we've got it. Chat blocking link. So I got it, bro. Thank you very much. I really appreciate this. So that's cool. That's cool. That's good. But yeah, let me answer Rahul, right? So Rahul, what happens is when you have two chains, similar to how we had Ethereum Classic, right? So let's show you what happened, right? So a lot of people don't know the fact about Ethereum Classic, right? Ethereum Classic is the original Ethereum. Okay, this is the original Ethereum, which was originally created and launched. The classic part of this was added on by consensus after the chain split, when there was a bit of a situation when Vitalik Buterin decided that there was a major hack, by the way. It was a DAO hack, and Vitalik decided to go and he said, oh, you know, we're going to refund everybody the money. So what they did was they just created the whole protocol again and gave people the coins back. And Ethereum Classic says, no, if people lost money, they lost money. You can't go around create magic money. You can't create coins from thin air and give it back to people. Then the protocol itself, there's no decentralization. You've just created something where there was a problem and you've gone ahead and just forked the the blockchain and just did it all over again. How is that decentralized? So that was the argument they had. So Ethereum became Ethereum Classic, and because of consensus similar to like this, where majority of the people decided to go with Vitalik, obvious reasons, because obviously it's in their own interest to get the coins back, we ended up having Ethereum. Okay, so I hope that kind of makes sense. So this particular time, I don't know what it's going to be called, whether it's going to be Ethereum Classic or, I mean, it's not going to be Ethereum Classic, but they're definitely going to have some sort of a name for this particular chain if it does create. But obviously, as I said, these guys still have enough time, by the way. There's plenty of time for these guys to close the gap. All they have to do is activate the code and they will be closing the gap. So if we have a minority here, like say 2, 3%, 4%, then it's not sustainable. I don't think they're going to even bother. They're just going to give up and come into this chain, right? But on Ethereum Classic, there's a massive community, massive community who actually held the tokens, and I mean the chain survived. You can see since 2013 the chain is still there, right? And it's been only going one direction. It's been only going one particular direction. If you look at the entire history from where it was, right here, it's showing from 2016. I think this is because CoinMarketCap didn't exist then, but it's showing from here, and you can see it's just been on a lovely little pattern growth curve and this and that, and you know, it's good. It's doing really cool. I personally see it really good. You know, I don't have a situation here. So if we do get it, this is the part you need to understand, right? These guys, if they are strong enough, they will hold both coins. I don't see much of an issue. These guys, however, may dump these guys' coin, which is exactly what happened on Ethereum Classic, right? Where majority dumped the coin and brought the price down to these levels here. And the Ethereum continued, right? So this is like an attack. You know, I mean, for me, if they want to continue with another chain, let them, because this is proof of work and this will be proof of stake very soon, right? So when it becomes proof of stake, it's going to be a lot more viable for everybody because you don't need to burn any electricity or anything. In fact, you know, proof of stake, this is funny, right? A lot of people can actually go and start mining on proof of stake with an AWS server. So you don't even need equipment. You can literally use Amazon Web Services to basically mine crypto if you want. I mean, how hilarious is that, right? And a lot of people are doing this. This is how it works. In fact, these are all located on servers globally. So yeah, I mean, if you have any other questions, fire away, fire away. I'm gonna just quickly, let me have a quick look and see what's going on. I'm gonna quickly just go and get a glass of water. Fire away. I'm just gonna be here for another 10 minutes, so give me 1 second, I'll be back. Checking the chats, guys. Thank you, Rahul. I really appreciate the fact that you found the explanation helpful. Really appreciate that. But I mean, guys, if you're on the chat, please do like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. It does really help the channel. On this channel, you'll find information that is completely different to other channels. I don't do scripts. I'm completely against scripting. So sometimes you might see me make a mistake. Which there, it's a mistake is there. I'm not going to edit it or cut it. I'm doing this live in front of everybody. I'm not here to have a show. Is like, oh, this is entertainment. Guys, crypto is not entertainment, right? Cryptocurrency, investing, all of they are not in entertainment. People need to understand this. A lot of people, I think, just don't understand that this is not entertainment. You don't go and entertain people with crypto and finance. This is money. This is your wealth, your savings, or whatever you've put in. You can't make an entertainment show out of it. You can't have fun with it. One man's loss is another man's gain. It doesn't work like that. I think a lot of the crypto influencers need to be conscious about this. Warn people where they have to be warned. Like I warned everybody yesterday on yesterday's video, we are expecting a dump, and we did. We got a 7% dump. When I think the market's going to go up, I tell you the market's going to go up. Whatever the highly likelihood of something doing, I always tell you, me looking at this, I see a structure that is bullish. So I'm saying, guys, this is bullish. This is not bearish at all. So this is absolutely fine. After all of this run up, if we saw a few days coming down, absolutely normal. There is no harm. As long as we don't see 10 days going down, then obviously that's a bad thing. But if we see 10 days up and 4 days down or 5 days down, it's absolutely fine. There's no harm in that. No harm. These guys who bought here, right, who pumped the market, need to take some profits out. And it's not about profit. Most people are going to just take the initial investment out. That's the cycle, right? It's not about one man wins and another man loses, right? None of that business. You won't find me hyping, pumping, or anything like this. I will talk about coins if there is any. And look at this. Look, we're on it right now. And this is Ethereum doing right now. This is Ethereum pumping right now. So let's activate the volume, number one. And let's have a look at the hourly. Yep, just as I thought. So this is what's happened, just as I thought. So if you look at the previous video, which was a few minutes apart, by the way, because we had a bit of an issue with the ETH thing. Look at this. This candle was a long candle. Even though it's looking like a bearish candle, look at this wick. The bulls just came over, took control. And look how this volume supported candle just came in. This candle annihilated almost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The volume is, it just smashed through. Smashed through. Look at this. This is the kind of action we're looking for. This is the kind of, pump that you want. Actually, let me go into this because this is just insane what I'm seeing here. This is insane. Crypto Banter is doing the show. That's true. He sounds like everybody's gaining, but it's false because the money isn't from air. It's true, yeah. I mean, look, I like Crypto Banter. I like Ran. Ran is quite good. I really like him, right? I think Sniper's also very good. And some of the guys they bring to the show are very good as well. And I have nothing against them, I'll be honest with you, right? But sometimes I just want them to be real. It's like, guys, I understand you've created a show. I mean, I don't know if you know this, right? Crypto Banter has been around for some time, and Ran used to be a kind of he used to do the crypto stuff on CNBC. So many years ago he used to do that on CNBC, and he's got a lot of connections, right? For being in CNBC, he's got a lot of connections and he's got a lot of insight on how to get it. So he's technically a journalist. Then you've got Freddie, who's in the background, never shows his face, Fred is investing money. So clearly they're investing a lot of money to get to where they are. And in 6 months, they went to like 300,000 subscribers. This is a business for them, right? So of course they say, and I believe them as well, they say they don't charge any money, and that's good if they don't charge any money for coins to be pumped or anything like this. But they have some sort of interest. They have partners in the background who they are doing stuff with, and they're making money, because you don't have 3, 4, 5, 6 people running a show, a production, an office and everything from nothing. You don't do that. There's money being made. It's a business for them, right? So when you see that, you have to understand why they're doing what they're doing. Like, for example, the banter school, they're doing it for free. Well, guess what? They're doing it for free because they want to get subscribers. I understand that. If I had a team of 5 people with me, I'll do the same. But I can't, because I don't have the time. I have a real life I need to manage and do this as well, right? They do the banter bags. Well, we know the banter bags, it's not just their investment. A lot of it is something that coins are given to them. They may not charge people cryptocurrencies money, but they get coins as a gift. And then they will trade those gifts and put it there. That's what happens. So there's a lot of people don't see that, and it's all like, pump. It's all great. Listen, if this channel becomes 300,000 subscribers, I'm sure we can arrange a few other technical assistants or whatever you want to call it. I'm sure we can do this, right? But until then, I'm a one-man show, unscripted. Nothing is scripted. I don't do this full time. I don't get paid anything from YouTube, right? I think I do have ads. My ads do activate after the show. So before the show, if you go now, before the show, all my ads are off. I can actually show you this. Let me show you this. How about this? Let me just show you this. You'll understand what I mean, right? So, and this is the honest truth, right? How I do my stuff. So if you go to my studio, and if you go to my content, and if you go to the current live, you'll see 2 live. The one I did before, you see, the one I did before, and the one that we're doing right now. Monetization off. I don't activate monetization for people who are watching it live. I do it after the show is ended. I will go and I'll add a few bits and bobs, keywords and whatnot, so that people can do it. And after that, my monetization does go on. For my viewers, the live viewers, I will never activate ads, right? I mean, if YouTube does something without my permission, that's a different story. I would never do it. Look at this. I would never do it. I've never have, never will, right? So, guys, end of the day, a lot of people want to make it into an entertainment or a show. That's not what I'm trying to do. I don't want to be entertaining. I just want to be real with you guys. If I'm seeing the markets doing something insane, then I'll talk about it. Like, for example, there's one insane thing happening on this market right now, right? We're seeing how this volume is higher than this volume. And this tells us there's a lot more interest in Ethereum than Bitcoin. And this is not just retail pump or anything like that. I mean, we've obviously seen, where is it? We've obviously seen this candle, and here we go. We just opened up a new candle. We've seen this candle. This is an hourly candle. We've seen this candle. We've seen what's going on. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about interest here. I'm talking 747 billion, where 37 billion has vanished into other altcoins, or maybe even USDT. But I'm seeing this go from 300 to 310, and I've been monitoring, trust me. So what we're seeing here is $10 billion entered. And it's not far off. It's absolutely not far off. And is it doable? Absolutely doable, bro. Absolutely doable. So there's a lot of stuff that you have to really understand how things work, especially in the crypto, because this is nothing. And I'm looking at this, I'm looking at the 7-day, and I'm saying, well, retail, like people who are not canny or do not understand the crypto, they will be looking at this. Oh my God, 2.3%. Sorry, 3% is down. Oh, this is red. We should stay away. Well, guess what a bull does when he sees this? He says, it's time to party, enter. When a bull sees this, he says, enter. He says, enter. But when he sees this, he will say, stand back. This is not, this is pumped, stand back. So these are the times when other people start FOMOing in. But in this particular scenario, I've talked about it before as well. I said, Ethereum there's a good few things coming. Number one, Ethereum moving off proof of work, which hasn't happened yet, guys. So please do understand, until we go to proof of stake, ETH 2.0, it doesn't do anything. So please do understand this, right? We're still on proof of work. Currently, obviously, the fees and this and that have changed, which is a different story. It's very minor, so we can, let's have a look. Let me refresh this and see if this is working. Yeah, 269. So, okay, so, all right, okay, so this is kind of showing something. I'm not sure what this is showing, but anyway, so this is what's burnt so far, apparently. Anyway, let's leave that there. So ultimately, what we're saying is, if ETH is burning, right? We've got all this ETH burning right now, right? The situation we will have is, let's go back into this chart, right? Let's go into here and just talk about it here. So we have Ethereum fees burning. We know that approximately, based on some maths, maybe 20%, maybe, 5%, whatever, right? It doesn't matter what it is, it's burning. But those do not really make much of a difference, because one of the biggest factors, proof of work, means every, how many ETH? Let me just double check, because you know what? I don't follow ETH too much. How many ETH per block? I think it's 2 or 3. I can't remember. I know they had a bit of an upgrade. Block size. Reward. Yeah, here we go. This is the reward. So this is the current reward, which is 2 plus whatever. Anyway, just say call it 2. It's about 2 Ethereum per block, right? So we get about 2 Ethereum per block currently. 2 Ethereum per block. And a block is a minute, by the way. So every minute there's 2 Ethereum being mined, and you do the maths, and God knows how many that is. Let's have a look. How many per day, actually? Blocks last. So there's 6,292 blocks, which means if you times that by this, approximately, we're looking at about 12,600, right? So about 12,600 mined every 12 hours. That's a lot of coins, by the way. So if we're burning 200, right, out of 12,000, where is it? If we're burning this amount out of 12,000, it's not really much, right? That's because we're counteracting. We're burning, but we're also printing more. Do you understand what I mean? So we're printing a lot more. But this kind of comes into effect with ETH 2.0. Proof of stake. Once we go on proof of stake, well, there is no more Ethereum coming from nowhere, right? And even if it does, there's going to be a little bit of a deflation. There's going to be cut, because currently it's 4% inflation. It's going to be cut. We think it's going to be cut by half. And if it does, and this together combined, we should see Ethereum becoming true deflationary compared to even Bitcoin. So when we talk about compared to Bitcoin, what we're talking about is Bitcoin's market cap, right? 21 million, Ethereum infinite, right? But Bitcoin cannot reduce this supply. Well, Ethereum can actually reduce this supply. So give it a decade, I could imagine this could even start reducing in number. That's insane. If that happens, I can tell you, right, Ethereum could shoot to the moon, right? Ethereum could easily be a 20, 30, 40, 50K Ethereum, you know? And this is me, I'm a BTC bull, and I'm telling you right now that basically what we could see is a situation where Ethereum could actually overtake, or at least be half the price, if not the same price as a BTC. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Give it a decade, I could see one Ethereum going to 100K. I'm giving a longer time frame. A decade, 100K is nothing, right? If this continues, this gives more demand for Ethereum than anything else. You know, that's what I'm saying. Because remember, coins like Matic, Polygon Matic, they survived. They actually survived or got even acknowledged because of the fees. Coins like BSC, Binance Smart Chain, they actually survived or even got acknowledged. Why? Because of the fees, right? Many other protocols. Why? Because of the fees. But now, if Ethereum not only has cheaper fees, but also destroys a certain amount of coins, well, we've got a win-win situation here where everything says, let's just move the market up. You know, everything suggests let's just go and move the market up. Everything suggests the price needs to go up because now we have a supply and demand issue, you know. So hope that kind of makes sense. Guys, by the way, if there's anything else, please let me know before we end. So let me know. I don't really have much time left. I'm gonna shoot off. I've got a few DIY I need to do. 2 streams today. Damn, you know, normally people would do 2 streams, more probably one in the morning, one in the evening, and I just did 2 streams back to back because of the issue we had. But it's been cool. I really loved the fact that all of you guys came onto the chat. Really appreciate it. All the new subscribers that we've been getting, really appreciate it. Oh, sure, let me show you this. This is really cool, right? This particular, look at this. I mean, this is just brilliant. Brilliant, guys. I just have to thank you very much. This has just been awesome, right? Because I was looking at this and I'm like, okay, what's going on here? Here, look at this. I mean, this is just brilliant. This is what we've got, right? And this is pure organic without anything. I'm not doing anything, guys. There's nothing. This is just you guys coming on board and basically look at where this channel was, right? Look at where this channel was. I mean, what's this? Let me give you, hold on, give me a second. Let me show you the entire life where this channel was. This is where the channel was, right? So you see here on 4th June 2020, I had 0 subscribers. And since then, it's just been gradually growing. Guys, it's just been awesome, you know, and I just can't thank you enough. Thank you very much for supporting the channel to get it to this particular level. Because I mean, I'm seeing this growth. It's just been insane. Every day, a few more people coming. You know, you guys are sharing more. You guys are liking more. The videos are getting a lot more watch time. I think the live stream does help because I did like before I used to upload videos. But obviously, as a new channel, I need to have 1,000 subscribers before I can do live streams. But once that came in, I started to get comfortable and I said, you know what, I'm going to start doing some live streams. And here we are now, you know, all thanks to you guys. I have to be honest, all thanks to you guys. So it's been really awesome, you know, getting where we are right now. And let's see where we go from here. But yeah, I mean, this, we don't need to look at this anymore, I think. Actually, I do still need to look at it because I want to see 21. So, okay, so we've just had another 1% coming. But again, these 2 guys, 100% not coming. So we've had more people synchronizing, as you can see. Again, it's been really good. Bartos, thank you very much, bro. I really love that. I hope I do, bro. I mean, look, you guys coming on board, liking, sharing, you know, supporting the channel, definitely we'll get there. I mean, 300k is nothing. Well, I'm targeting 1 million. Bro, I'm targeting 1 million. I think we're going to get to 1 million very soon, right? And then we can make this a full-time thing, right? But even before that, I tell you this, like, if we get to a good level, I will make this into a full-time job. We'll probably, if it's earning some money, then I'll probably even hire somebody to back me up and we'll do it as a proper show, get a studio and whatnot. But as I said about, like what you talked about, banter, bro, it's an investment for them. They're making money out of it. They have enough money in the funds to basically have it as an actual entertainment show, you know. But they are all from the TV background, apart from Sniper. Everybody else, I mean, Frank and Rand, they're both actually from the TV background. They know what they're doing, okay. So I'm just a normal guy, random guy, who had a normal channel, nothing else, normal channel that I made for life and everything. And then by demand, I ended up making it into a crypto channel. So this channel's actually had about 3 or 4 branding done until now. It's stuck on SD Crypto. And SD actually stands for the original channel name, which was SWAT Dudes. My website, SWAT Dudes, you can see, and it was actually only you know, just for other stuff. It was just normal conversations and talks, but now it's a pure crypto channel, and doesn't matter. Do you know what, I'm going to stick with it, and we're going to go through. Doesn't matter if it's a bull run, doesn't matter if it's a bear run. I'm here for the community. If you have questions, you ask, I'll try and answer them for you, as long as I have the answer, obviously. But I'll never do scripts. That's for the that's what fact. Never ever do scripts. For me, it's all real stuff. Whatever's here is here. What I have, I'm going to pass on to you. I'm not going to make something up for you. I'm not going to go and find something, especially news articles. I am against news articles because most news articles are paid news, and I don't agree with paid news. I'd like to, so what I do, I'd browse them, I'll read them, and then I'll make my own opinion based on what's going on and looking at the facts and the charts, right? So that's what I'll do. I'll use the actual charts for my facts. you know. So everything, I mean, here, for example, this is BTC. I mean, look at this. Look at this. I mean, you tell me, what do you see here? Do you see this being bearish or this being bullish? Exactly what I said earlier. This is very bullish. And look at this. Bullish, 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 bullish. Beautiful, beautiful, right? Ethereum, we don't have to say. We just saw this candle complete and this candle open up. It was a bit bearish, and look how it's brilliant, right? It's brilliant. We're gonna get there, guys. We're gonna get there. You know, like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you on another one soon, guys. Thank you very much for coming, and thank you to all the subscribers. Thank you to all the guys who commented. Thank you to everybody. You know, we're gonna make a family out of this. Trust me, this is gonna be the best family out there, and we're gonna do this more often. All right? Thank you very much. And as I said, if there's any suggestions or anything, guys, let me know, okay? I'll throw a few shorts out there soon. And there's another video coming out. I'll actually throw that. I'll actually publish that soon as well. I think it's important because I talked about on the previous video. I made another video similar to what I did in 2016. And I think a lot of people didn't grasp the power of what I was talking about. And I'm going to drop that. Let me check if I've got the thumbnail here. Give me a second. Yeah, so watch out for this video, guys. Watch out for this specific video. Let me activate it. Give me a second. Watch out for this video. So you see this thumbnail? Watch out for this thumbnail. Watch out for this video. This video is coming soon. And it's a very simple. There's nothing. I'm not going to explain anything, but just watch the video and it will completely make sense to you. It will completely make sense to you. So this is the thumbnail. It's already ready, but I just haven't launched it yet. So watch out for the video. And other than that, like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you on another one very soon. Adios, my amigos.